Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Kim and I'm back with another video. So today I thought that I just received this in the mail, and if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I love those little kits from Sephora, the lip kits, I like things mini. I have this thing with mini things. So I decided to get the Sephora Favorites Sunkissed Glow kit, and because it's mini, and I like I said, I have a problem with many things, and I thought today that we would go through the contents of it, and I actually took the time to break down everything in the kit by price just to see if the values actually align up or not. I'm gonna spare you the whole math thing. I'm not going to run through it like piece by piece, but I'm going to throw out a couple points as we're going through, and I'll do a couple of my terrible swatches and we'll go through stuff like that. Side note, I apologize if we get a loud motorcycle going by. I have to have most of my windows open because it is terribly hot in here, so just please bear with me if that happens. Anyway, here is a close-up of the mini kit. So what you get is obviously this bag here, and then you get this little slide off piece which tells you what you get. You get 2 full sizes. Oh, also a little side note, I know that most of my American friends would probably be wanting this in American pricing. I'm actually doing it in Canadian prices, just because I purchased it in Canadian and I am Canadian, so that was easier for me to see a value. I wouldn't really know or understand the values in American dollars, if that makes sense, just because this is a currency I'm used to working with. So when you pull this off, I know that on Sephora's webpage it reads, and I don't have that pulled up unfortunately, it reads that it is in a collector bag. Honestly, this is like a little yellow jelly bag. It's plastic. It feels very cheap. I'm not really sure what this could possibly be worth. I mean, I would say max $5. You could probably get one of these in the dollar store. It does expand slightly, but you're not going to be getting too much stuffed in here. And it comes with Sephora's name on the pull. So let's keep that in mind. We'll value the bag at like most $5. So inside you have all your products kind of chucked in there. Nothing is wrapped up safely. Nothing is, you know, not concealed. What am I saying? Nothing is like protected in any way. So this is all jostling around. The sleeve kind of holds it tight, but it's not that great. So if we dump everything out all over the place here, we'll put the jelly bag down. Let's start with the 2 full-size items. So the 2 full-size items you get are the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, what is this? Seaglass eyeshadow in Sweet Life. So you get that full size there. It's actually pretty component, and this is actually really small for a full size. Now when I pull that out, I do not get a lot of product on the applicator. I'm not sure if you can see that, but to start with, I'm already disappointed. And I haven't played with any of this stuff. I haven't done any of this. And I do have my little notes here, which is what I'm looking at. And this full-size product retails for $27 Canadian. So we'll put this on. We'll see how it swatches. Okay, so I'm not keen on this applicator. It kind of swatches like a little messy. It's very liquidy, and that's quite opaque to me. Now hopefully that'll dry down a little less sheer, but that is quite sheer. I don't hate it, but it is quite sheer. And I think you may, personal opinion, if you put like an eye base on like I do, if you try to put this over it, I'm kind of foreseeing problems with them mixing together, or the eye base would have to be very dry before you put this over, or I could see it starting to kind of tug and almost smudge, if that makes sense. But it is a pretty color. I just want to see what it looks like when it dries down a bit. And the next full-size product that you get is Charlotte Tilbury color in Champagne Diamonds for blue eyes. Okay, well, good thing I have blue eyes. I didn't realize that this was eye color specific, and it does not say that at all when I ordered this that this was color specific, and this says right here for blue eyes. So I think that might be something that someone that's going to invest in this kit may want to know. So convenient for me, not convenient for others. Oh, I also want to point out that because the blue eye thing just made me think of it, this kit is very geared toward, I would say, fair skin, if I can say that, because there's not a lot of dark colors in here, or colors I think would work on darker skin tones, and there is no option to actually maybe change out some of these products and get a kit that would be more suitable for darker skin tones. And also with this too, that I just realized that it specifically says for blue eyes, somebody might be upset about that. I don't know how I feel about specifically for blue eyes. I know why am I saying it, because I do have blue eyes. I'm just thinking about everyone that doesn't. Not that this wouldn't necessarily look nice on other people, but let's see how that swatches out. Okay, so that swatches out quite nicely. It is pretty close to, very close to, I'm not sure if my camera's going to pick up on that, but it's very close to the Tarte Seaglass, except minus the tons of glitter and stuff in there. So, okay, I don't hate this product, but again, blue eyes, which is kind of odd. So you get a full size of that, and this retails for $32, this stick. So this is not a lot of product in my opinion for $32, but I know Charlotte Tilbury is considered luxury, and there's no size on this for $32. Oh, I'm sorry, 1.6 grams for $32, which if it didn't come in a try it kit, I can't say I would be picking that up personally, but however, moving on, we are going to go with I'm going with my list because I have in a breakdown for what I've done math-wise. We're going to go with the Fenty Beauty little compact here by Rihanna, the Sunstalker Instant Bronzer in Shady Biz. Now, speaking of Shady Biz, I actually could not find the size of this on Sephora's website. There was no size for me to do any mathematical calculation, the full size of this product. Whoopsie. Full size of this product. So that's what you get. I'm just covering the mirror because you do actually get a mirror in here, which is kind of nice. I'm just covering it because it throws off my camera. But that's Shady Biz. I really like this color. Again, this would work for my skin tone, I think. And again, no size on Sephora's website. I actually had to go to the Fenty Beauty webpage and zoom in on the picture to get the size of this. Now, with this, it retails for $38 Canadian on Sephora's site. With this, you get 2.8 grams, or making this $19.57, which I think is quite high. But anyways, let's stick our finger in here. And, oh, tattoos are going to get in the way. It doesn't swatch the greatest, but it's a contour, not an eyeshadow. So that, if you can see it, is the general gist of the shade. I mean, let me just stick some on my finger here. I'm not even certain if that's going to appear on my camera, but that's the idea behind it. And that, again, would be $19.57 if we do the math. So the next one that we have is the Coconut Highlighter from Marc Jacobs. I actually have the full-size version of this. I got it in a goodie bag when I went to the House of Beauty at Sephora. I do have a video on my experience at the House of Sephora. I will put a card in the upper corner if you're interested in that video and seeing what that was about. I actually break down the whole goodie bag, which was quite nice of them to provide with the tickets. Don't get me wrong, we're not cheap. So anyways, this Coconut Highlighter, I really do like this. I have tried this. It is quite blinding. So this is a good product if you're thinking of investing in a liquid highlighter. If you don't like liquid, this is totally not for you. It also has a slight hint or slight smell of coconut. So if you're not big on beauty products smelling like food, like chocolate or raspberries or some weirdness like that, this is not going to be for you. But this actually retails for $56, the full size, and that's Canadian. I don't have the full size wrote down here, I apologize. But this, you get 5 milliliters, and that would make this $11.65 for this little guy. Which, these prices are all seeming really high, but this is what they come out to when I do the math. And I'm going to pump some out here so you can see it. Oh, and a little of this goes in astronomically long way. Please keep that in mind. And the pump, I find, doesn't stop. So when you depress the pump, you get way more than you could ever need. Like, you could do your whole body with this one pump. It's ridiculous how much comes out. So that actually, oh, I kind of munged it up now. That is what the coconut highlighter, like Swatch Master of the World here, looks like. It is, if I didn't make that look so ugly, incredibly pigmented. It looks super nice. You can see it all over my finger there, at least I hope you can. It's very nice, but again, coconutty tropical type smell, which you might not agree with. Just fair warning on that, but it is a nice product. So next up we have the Becca, what's the full name of this? Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed in vanilla quartz, and this is 2.4 grams for this guy. Let's just open her up here. You do get a little mirror, which is kind of nice. I'm just gonna cover it. That's what that looks like on the inside. And this product, if we broke it all down, full size $46. This mini size apparently is going to cost you $15.76, and it swatches like, let's go on this side, like that. So I find that quite sheer. Actually, I really like this. If you wanted to actually put this over the Marc Jacobs, the coconut, I think that would look really pretty if you put that over in the Marc Jacobs. So there is that, $15.76. I don't know why I keep wanting to say 56. My God, it only retails for 46 Canadian for a full size. So my camera cut me off as per usual, but anyways, jumping back right into this, we were discussing the Becca Mini highlighter. Now on Sephora's website, there's actually a entirely mini version of this, and I'm not sure if it's actually this or not. I don't think so. I honestly think that this is an even minier version of the mini, if that makes sense. So my math was actually based off of the full size product, not the mini, which would actually be more money if you buy a mini format, just because it's not in bulk, if that makes sense. So when the pricing comes out at the end, which you'll see, that might be what kind of skewed it slightly. There's two products in here that have a mini version of them, and that might be kind of what sort of threw off the math at the end. That's what I'm thinking anyways, and we'll get into that. So next up we have the Artist Couture, what is it here? Diamond Glow Powder, and that is this guy here. I'm afraid I'm going to throw this everywhere. And for the sake of ease in tilting this, I'm not actually going to open it. This is the product right there. I hope you can see it, but this will just probably everywhere if I try to open it. But this is actually a really pretty color. I'm getting the same sort of vibes. If I had to describe it, it looks quite similar, maybe a little more pinky, except not a liquid format, a loose format of Seaglass. A little more pinky is the vibes I'm getting for this guy. And this actually retails for $35 for the full size. You get 1.2 grams, which would make this a value of $9.32. This stuff is actually wildly expensive. It's $7.77 per gram, based on a $35 compared to what you get for a full size. So that actually was strikingly expensive in my opinion for essentially glitter or glitter highlight. It's not glitter, but like a glow powder is what they call it. So a finely milled powder. You can use this on your eyes. You can use this again, put the Marc Jacobs on and lightly put some on your cheeks, your collarbones, kind of get that glow. They don't really specify what this is 100% for, so I'm thinking they kind of want you to get creative. Next up we have the Laura Mercier Setting Powder in translucent, and this actually is one of those other ones that the product size was not available on Sephora, and this is another one of those that had the mini format, so a mini of a mini basically. This one you do get, according to this, 1 gram, and this is actually pretty decently priced, $48 for the full size on Sephora's website, and it's making this $1.65 a gram total. So the value of this is $1.65 apparently, and this is your basic translucent, nothing exciting here. Again, a powder, so I'm going to leave that on. Nothing exciting, translucent setting powder. So we've got that, and then finally you have the Sephora lip gel. So where are we with that? Though, so sorry, the Sephora Lip Collection Ultra Shine Lip Gel in 01 Perfect Nude, and this is 2.9 grams. Now the odd thing about this, the full size is 3.1 grams. This is 2.9 according to Sephora's paperwork. So I'm not sure why they just couldn't give you a full size. But having said that, the full value, like the full price of this is $16 Canadian for the 3.1 grams, which would make that $5.16 a gram for a Sephora product. I'm not really sure if that's expensive or not, but this apparently would cost you, if you break it down, $14.96 for this component here. And if we swatch, it's a nice color, as you can see. That's very dewy. So we'll swatch it on here. Oh goodness, that is very, like very sheer. So very sheer. This either on your lips is going to give you, I would think, just a very light tint of brown. It's a nice color. I'm not sure what you're going to get out of it, but again, that is quite sheer. Oh, and it has a vanilla scent. That doesn't bother me. I'm not against vanilla scents for lip glosses. So actually, circling back to the Tarte, the Seaglass did dry down, and it dried down kind of nice, though it took a while to dry down. So if you have oily eyelids, or if you have oily eyelids, or you have a lid like mine where it actually rolls back, there's a special name for it, can't think of it right now. By the time that sets, you may have creased it already, and that's going to be my concern with this. I use a pretty good base, so it might work, but again, mixing those two in a base, like I said earlier, probably isn't going to go that well. So for all of this, the total value, keeping in mind these two have those odd mini of mini versions, was $131.91. Now, the reason I question that is because the Canadian cost of this kit was $54, and in super tiny writing, they have $124 value for Canadian. I think that that's incorrect. I can't see Sephora giving you more than what these products are worth. So I think that $124 might be based off the pricing of the mini versions of these, if that makes sense. Because if my math is correct, and it's totally possible it's not, then this would be worth nothing, like less than it already isn't. And you're getting a deal on all of this. Now, I personally like all these colors. I enjoy all of these colors with the exception of this weirdness. It's very sheer. I'm not sure what I'll get out of that. But again, an obsession with many things. They're great for traveling. But this kit is curated towards someone with a more lighter skin tone, which is a little odd, I find, for Sephora not to give or offer some options of interchanging kits, or maybe a medium and darker skin tone kit if we can do that. But this blue eye thing as well, specifically for blue eyes, is what this is saying. Would I listen to that if I had brown or green eyes? No, I wouldn't. I'd buy it. I mean, I would buy this color anyway if I wanted this color. I really hate it when people say this is specifically for its eye color. Wear whatever you want. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just a little quick overview of this kit. If you were interested in getting it, this is a breakdown of all the products, as you just saw, along with that cheapy jelly bag. So let me know in the comments down below. Do you like this kit? Do you hate the kit? Are you planning on getting any full sizes of any of these things? I mean, honestly, if you wanted to try before you buy, these kits are perfect for that application. Or if you just are kind of oddball like me and are obsessed with minis, again, perfect kit. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.